My name is Moreno, and I'm a global graduate here at the University of Tulsa. I am a senior sociology major with a minor in economics, and I studied abroad in Berlin and Budapest as a global scholar, and then also in Phnom Penh, Thailand. So I was really passionate about international education from the time I was a lot younger, and I started traveling more when I was in high school, both to different countries in Europe, but also to the UN Commission on the Status of Women. And from that moment, I really realized how important international knowledge is and global citizenship and the importance of that. So coming to TU, I was selected to be a part of the Global Scholars program, and that required 2 different study abroad experiences. The first of which was on a trip to Berlin and Budapest studying sustainability and urban development, and then the second of which was a semester that I got to choose on my own. So through talking with the director, Dr. Foley, and some of my professors here, I really decided that I wanted to go abroad and I wanted to do something very different. And because of that experience as a global scholar, I was able to study abroad in Phnom Penh, Thailand. My international experience at TU has really affected my entire life and career path. So when I first came to TU, I wanted to be a doctor, and I thought that I would graduate and go on to medical school. But I spent a semester studying abroad in Phnom Penh, Thailand, where I studied public health and did some field research. And I realized that I wasn't as passionate about being the person who provides care as much as I was about the policy that was allowing people to gain access to health care. So because of this experience, I realized a little bit more about what I'm passionate about and what direction I want to take in my future career, which is more in a public policy type direction. But more than that, it also has helped me just be a more understanding and open person and relate to people of different backgrounds. And I think that going abroad and studying different cultures has really helped me form relationships with a lot of different people.
Hi, my name is Shannon Koontz. I'm a global graduate. I'm originally from Brazil. I studied abroad in Santander, Spain, and I'm a chemical engineer senior here at the University of Tulsa. Studying chemical engineering in Spain was very interesting because once I got back to TU, I got to apply that Spanish way of doing engineering to my classes. Also, I get to research more of what those countries do regarding topics. For example, I'm writing a paper right now on energy transition and analyze how Germany, Spain, Brazil, and United States do that energy transition. So I think that's very nice. Also, I became a peer advisor at the Center for Global Education, and I help more students going abroad. Right now, there's 6 chemical engineers juniors doing the same program that I did last year in Santander, Spain. As an international student here at the University of Tulsa, I was already studying abroad. But then once I heard that TU has so many good opportunities for students to go abroad, I thought I could do it again and get to know a new place and explore different places, meeting new people. So I heard also through students that it would be hard for engineering students to go abroad, but I wanted to make sure that that wouldn't be a problem. So I came in between classes to this study abroad fair. I talked to one of the advisors, Colin. So I was just rushing. I came in, I was like, hey Colin, I'm an engineering student, chemical engineering student. Are there any programs that I can do? And he said, yes, there's this one in Spain. Come and talk to me another time. So I went to the office, talked to him, went through the entire application process, and then I went. One of the experiences I had in Santander in Spain was once I got to the city, I really wanted to be part of the community and participate in everything I could do. One of the first things that I noticed was that Spanish students really wanted to improve their language, or their English. And I wanted to improve my Spanish. So I would see throughout the university these panels and flyers of students asking or looking for people to practice English. They would leave their phone numbers and everything. So one day I went around and texted all of those numbers In less than 5 hours, I had 5 people interested in just meeting up for coffee and changing and exchanging languages. One of these people was an adult. He was a father. He just wanted to practice English, and he worked for the city hall, designing the bridges for the city, which was really interesting. He also told me about a volunteering project in the city that he participated. He invited me to go there, and I went. And that project was one that it was an after-school program where kids or teenagers from less privileged families would go and spend their afternoons after school, do homework, just interact with other teenagers. And I was there to help them with English too, or just with their homework. And that was really, really cool to, be part of the community and give back somehow. And now that I'm back, one of the chemical engineering students there right now is doing the same program. So I think it's very nice that the little bit that I did in the city is able to continue to this day.
My name is Teresa Stastny, and I'm a 2018 global graduate. My major is management, specializing in entrepreneurship and innovation with a minor in international business. I've studied abroad in Brazil, Panama, Ireland, and I'll be going to the Czech Republic the day after graduation. When I got to the University of Tulsa, I immediately heard about a course that was going to Brazil to study emerging economies, and I jumped on the opportunity. I was a freshman and wasn't technically allowed to because of prereqs, but I talked to the professors and they let me go. And that was my first time outside the country. It was a 1-week course in Rio de Janeiro, and it really had an impact on me because of the type of people that were there. Everyone was so friendly. It was such a fun atmosphere, but then also they were so genuine in their interactions. So my second study abroad was in Panama City, Panama, or rather about 2 hours outside the city in the Valley of the Jungles. It turned out to be my favorite experience abroad. It had its ups and downs, and for every high there was a low, but it was all worth it, and it was the most incredible learning experience. I've actually made some of the best friends that I still meet up with around the country and hang out with. But I really learned what it was like to work as an entrepreneur with limited resources and try and make it as sustainable as you can, where you're not using things just because you have them, and you're not going to buy them just because you have the money to, when they could have a negative impact on the planet or the people who are making them. And about 6 months later, I went to Dublin, Ireland to study globalization and technology, and that kind of further inspired me to take this path of entrepreneurship and really on a global scale, knowing that you could do it from anywhere with anyone around the world. You didn't have to be in the same room, and that the way the internet works now has made it very accessible for anyone to start their own business. And now, the day after I graduate, I'll actually be taking my 4th and final trip with study abroad at TU. I'll go to Prague for a 7-day trip where we're working with a company who is hopefully going to come into America. And so we're going to go pitch our project to them, and then I'll come home for the summer, and next fall I'll be flying back over to Europe to live in Glasgow, Scotland for a year. I really, really hope to immerse in the culture there, especially the art culture, and really start to grow my own photography and videography business, as well as just meet other entrepreneurs who are living abroad and who are making it work and traveling. And I'm really excited for what's to come.